All right, let's talk about something I think we've all felt at some point, being completely, totally stuck. If that sounds familiar, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the science of how you get unstuck, and we're going to do it by mashing up the incredible insights of Dr. K with this really powerful idea of building momentum. Let's get right into it.
Does this feel familiar? You give it your all, you try so hard, but you fail, and then you just have zero energy to even think about starting over. Well, what if the problem isn't you? What if it's not about a lack of willpower? What if you're just using the wrong approach? The idea we're digging into is that you don't need to just push harder. You need a better engine. You need to build a momentum engine to help carry you forward.
So what even is momentum? Well, it's definitely not about one single, massive, heroic push. It's more like a chain reaction, built from tiny, continuous actions. And here's the key. It's not addition, it's multiplication. Each little win doesn't just add to the pile. It actually multiplies your previous efforts, creating this invisible force that, over time, makes big, incredible achievements feel, well, almost easy.
Okay, but before we can build this amazing engine, we have to be real about what breaks it. Because for as powerful as momentum is, it's also super fragile, especially at the beginning. So let's take a look at the biggest enemies that are always lurking, trying to shut down our progress before it even gets going. This right here shows you the true cost of stalling out. Think of your life and career in your 20s and 30s as a startup. You have to pour in a huge amount of effort just to see a tiny result. And mistakes? Oh man, you can't afford them. One wrong move costs you so much time and energy just to get back to where you started. Now, compare that to a big corporation, a high momentum state. They have buffers. They can absorb mistakes. You can't. And that's exactly why protecting your momentum in those early years is so critical.
So what are these engine killers we have to watch out for? Well, Dr. K points out a few major ones. First up is the cognitive trap. This is when we set these giant, totally unrealistic goals. We go all out, burn ourselves out, and then crash, which just reinforces that feeling of being a failure. Then there's procrastination paralysis. The goal feels so massive, so overwhelming, that we're basically too scared to even turn the key in the ignition. And finally, you've got the emotional drain, especially from something like depression. Dr. K explains this so well. It's like a fuel leak, where your brain becomes extra sensitive to anything negative, and it just saps all your energy.
Okay, so we know what kills the engine. The big question is, how do we get it started again? Especially when we're stuck in that procrastination paralysis. This is where we can turn to some of Dr. K's most practical, hands-on advice. So Dr. K's method for a full engine restart is so beautiful because it's so simple. It's just 3 steps. First, and this is a big one, just acknowledge that you feel overwhelmed. Don't fight it, don't judge it, just accept it. Step 2, identify the next best thing. Ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest, easiest, most manageable thing I could possibly do right now? Not the whole project, just one tiny piece. And third, just do that one thing. And listen, this is the most important part. The goal is not to finish. The goal is just to turn the key. That's it. That one tiny action is the spark that starts the whole momentum engine.
So once you get that engine turned on, you need a plan to keep it running smoothly. It's all about maintenance, right? And this is where we get into Dr. K's bigger strategic toolkit, the stuff that helps you protect the precious momentum you've worked so hard to build. This quote is honestly a cornerstone of Dr. K's whole philosophy. How many of us do this? When we feel down, we try to think our way out of it. We try to use logic and reason to argue with an emotional problem. But as he points out, that's like trying to fix a leaky pipe with a hammer. It's just the completely wrong tool for the job. So if logic is the wrong tool, then what's the right one? It's awareness. Dr. K's whole idea is that instead of arguing with our feelings, we need to get better at just being aware of them. That means just noticing them, observing them without judging them, and letting them pass through us. It's a huge shift from fighting our emotions to simply feeling them.
Using the right tool, that's the very core of good strategy. But let's reframe what strategy is. It's not about attacking problems head-on. It's really about defending your momentum. Think of it like a shield. It helps you dodge and sidestep those super costly mistakes that force you to waste all your energy just playing catch-up. And you know, a really great way to build this strategic muscle is through games like chess. They're like little life simulators. They let you practice making tough decisions and learn from failure when the stakes are low, building up this library of patterns you can use when the stakes are high.
And all of this brings us to the big picture. We've talked about building this momentum engine, using Dr. K's tools to get it started, and applying strategy to protect it. But why? What is the whole point? What is the ultimate prize we're all trying to protect here?
Seriously, just think about it for a second. All of this effort to be more efficient, to avoid those crushing setbacks, to just keep moving forward, it's all in service of protecting one single ultimate resource. What is it? Time. That's it. It's the one thing that no one, not the richest, not the smartest, not the most powerful person on earth, can ever buy more of. Every single ounce of momentum you build and protect is, at its core, about guarding your finite, non-renewable time.
Zero. That is exactly how much of your lost time you can ever recover. And this is why being strategic isn't just some nice-to-have skill. It is an absolute necessity. Protecting your momentum, especially during that critical startup phase of your life, is literally how you make the most of the only time you've got.
So, as we wrap this up, the final question really lands on your shoulders. It's not just about what you learned here. It's about what you're going to do. Looking at your life, your goals, and that incredibly precious resource of time, what is your next best thing? What is the next strategic move you can make right now to start building your engine,